Back with us on the SportsMax Zone. The Reggae Boyz sealed the qualification to the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup tournament after a 1-1 draw with Mexico in the Nations League clash at the National Stadium in Kingston on Tuesday. That result leaves the Reggae Boyz on 5 points atop Group A, having already played 3 of their 4 group matches. The top 2 teams, of course, from the group advanced to the Gold Cup, while the third-place team will be relegated to League B of the Nations League. We have a round-up pending, but Lance, so 1-1 Mexico, an early goal scored by Leon Bailey, and the Reggae Boyz held that all the way up to garbage time in the first half when Ramos scored, and then it was a stalemate from there on in.
Yeah, well, you know, to avoid defeat against Mexico under normal circumstances would be rated a relatively safe effort by the Reggae Boyz, but we have said that this Mexico team is below par,
yes,
given what, you know, the powerhouse status that Mexico has in CONCACAF. And I think based on the home advantage and so on that the Reggae Boyz had yesterday, they would have been disappointed they didn't get 3 points.
Yes, you'd have heard Paul Hall before the game saying that he felt that he had the tools and the boys were in the frame of mind to get a result. Well, they did get a result, but I'm thinking that without saying it, he didn't want to sound boastful to the media, but he felt that he could have pinched a victory, and they probably ought to have, although our goalkeeper, Andre Blake, was more busy than his Mexican counterpart. But yes, in context, look, if you put the Suriname result together with this Mexico result, that represents 4 points from the last 2 competitive games. That's not bad given where we are coming from. And when I heard that when I looked at the final result and the point that we gained, which takes us through to the CONCACAF Gold Cup, I was saying to myself, I wonder how different the World Cup qualification campaign would have been had the 2-1 defeat, a late second goal we conceded in Mexico in the Azteca, how much of a difference a point there would have meant to the entire World Cup campaign.
Right, because that was pretty early in the piece.
I'm sitting here telling you, I think it would have made a world of a difference.
I think so too.
Yeah?
I actually agree with you, yeah.
Anyway, Brian Pitter was on duty for us at the National Stadium on Tuesday, and he prepared this report.
The Reggae Boyz had to settle for a point against Mexico on Tuesday in their League A Nations League clash at the National Stadium in Kingston on Tuesday evening. A powerful header from Aston Villa star Leon Bailey gave the Reggae Boyz the lead inside the first 5 minutes. But they were pegged back in stoppage time at the end of the first half by a strike from Luis Ramos, who beat goalkeeper Andre Blake, who was returning to the starting 11 after missing the previous 2 games. In his post-match interview, Bailey said the team played well in patches.
I think we just need to be more focused from the very beginning of the game and just understand there's 2 halves to a game and not just 1 half. And I think sometimes we tend to lock sometimes. If it's not in the first half, it's in the second half. And I think we just need to be more solid right throughout the game.
Captain Blake, who put up yet another man of the match display, highlighted the positive impact the fans had on the team's effort.
We're a very good crop of guys. They all can play. Paul Hall is a great guy. He's a great coach. You know, and when you have good leadership, which we need good leadership from the top, comes down to the coaches and then it trickles down to the players. But you know, if there's no proper leadership at the front office, you're going to be fighting, you know, too many battles that are not even necessary. So once we can fix that, you know, we have the guys, you know, but we need a plan. And,
While happy with the 4 points taken from their last 2 games, Blake cautioned that performances could be affected if there's not a swift resolution to the problems the players are having with the leadership of the Jamaica Football Federation.
But whenever I come to play, you know, there are certain things that, you know, needs to be in place, and if they're not, then my head is not in the right place and I will not be able to go out there and execute. You know, so my head was clear tonight, you know, and I went out there and I did a okay job.
More than an okay job. But you said your head wasn't clear. Is that the reason why you didn't play in the last 2 games?
The first one, you know, I didn't sleep. You know, there are some host matters and my head wasn't in the right place. So that game was definitely my choice not to play. The second game I was sick.
Yesterday's point guaranteed a top 2 finish for the Reggae Boyz in this Nations League group and sealed their place in next year's Gold Cup tournament. The team will look to close out the group games with a win when they face Mexico in the return leg at the Azteca Stadium.
building blocks, Lance. It's steps forward. We've taken so many back and taken so many on the spot. 4 points in 2 competitive games, progress.
Yeah, I would think so. One of the issues that I've always been bothered by is how easily the Caribbean teams give the ball away. When I look at Mexico play, even if they are not a top team or they haven't been playing as well as they had in the past, they don't give the ball away as easily. You know, I see Jamaica playing and, you know, midfielders just pass the ball away to their opponents. And I think we do too much of that. The Mexicans, the Costa Ricans, the USA, they don't give the ball away as easily as we do in the Caribbean. And I think that is something, protecting of the ball is something that we need to improve on.
Yeah, and that is due to the familiarity of players with a certain way of playing from the youth teams right up.
Philosophy.
Yes, Jamaica and the Caribbean teams don't have that. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. All right, we take a break. When we come back, we return to Reggae Boyz matters, because the issue of ticketing was a sore one, a sticky one for some fans at the Suriname game. And we also did some work asking fans at the Mexico game if they also had similar problems. There's a report on all that. Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.